All right, welcome back to the No Tact Talk podcast, where the only rule here is to have no tact. Hey, first of all, when you're listening to this, it will be January the 1st. I'm gonna edit all night to make sure it gets out. Sometime January the 1st, 2022. You made it. We made it. Okay.
Yeah.
I have Cherokee Edwards here. If you've listened to the podcast at all, he has come on my podcast. I've come on his awesome, amazing podcast. We did our best to motivate y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
y'all know what I'm about. But if you haven't heard this guy, he's super amazing, super on fire, super motivated. I consider him a mentor. He's halfway across the country from where I'm at right now as well. So in 2 different time zones, it's already crazy. I mean, I'm glad we did this a little bit earlier because we're doing this on the 31st. So it's not New Year's for you yet either. But
Right.
we wanted to come on here to just kind of motivate you guys and give you different perspectives. New Year's Eve or the new year has always been, in my opinion, kind of a controversial I guess topic. Cause you got New Year's Day, New Year, new me. We see all the memes. Me and my homeboy was talking about the other day, the little meme. You see the black lady stepping on the stairs. So the left foot's on 2021, the right foot's on 2022 another block. And it's like leaving toxic people behind. I'm getting rid of my address book. I'm doing a purge on Facebook and stuff. And so that's cool. And so we kind of want to just kind of give y'all our perspective on it for the new year, so you can kind of go in with a different perspective and create your own resolutions for yourself. So how's it going, man?
Hey, bro. All day blessed every day, man. Glad to be here. You know I love getting up with you, chopping it up, doing what we do.
Shout out to Cherokee as well for wearing the No Tact Talk hoodie. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, the white is beautiful. It's like a creamy kind of off dope white, anyway. That's one only plug
goes
for the
with
time.
everything.
Yeah. So what you been up to, man?
Hey, man, I just been, keeping my head down to the grindstone, keep rolling, working with a lot of different young entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
I just got off of a podcast for Old Dominion University. We had about 300 students and professors on there. Where I got on there with the Shark Tank. I did that in their inaugural season a few years back. And then last year, because of COVID, nobody did anything.
Mm-hmm.
They brought it back this year. And it's amazing because it's the young kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like my young proteges, and I love watching you get down with it. These are young freshman students that are trying to do the things that we're doing early. That's what I love about it. So I've been really pushing that quite a bit.
Okay, so all about mentorship, and I always have to say, I have to preface, these conversations because I've listened to a lot of podcasts. I'm sure you do too. We say to ourselves, why should we listen to Jay? Why you should listen to me just in general? I'm just a cool guy, but no, for my guests especially. This guy knows what he's talking about. Okay, this is not his first time on a camera, on a microphone at all. He has poured into a lot of people. It's definitely a lot of the younger generation. I'm including probably his generation as well. He's doing it as well. An extremely, amazing motivational speaker. And not only does he just talk, but I see him living it out as well. Because it's easy to get up there and talk, but it's harder to live it out, as we always say. I wanted to kind of give you your flowers in the beginning as well, because that's ultimately what we try to do in the new year.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Personally, I don't think that you should start, wait till the first, but if that's what you want to do, that's cool. I always tell people I live my New Year's by my birthdays. Okay. Yeah. So every August 26th, that's my new year because it's personal to me. It's not dramatized. It's not like, oh, everything's on TV and stuff. Like, no, this is my new year to get my mind right, because I think it makes it a little bit more personal, and you're not like pressure into like, all right, 90 days to this or 30 days to that. So I don't know. I'm not a fan. What you think?
That's a perfect. It's amazing that you said that because with my companies, I have 5 companies, and with all of my team, I start with them in basically around November, early November timeframe. I always love to start with a birthday. We always talk in our group. We talk about a birthday being celebrated for 30 days. So not just that, somebody say, hey, it's August 30th. My bad, Jay. I'm late on that. I'm late on it. You say, no, you good. You good. I'm still celebrating. It's my season. It's my season, right? So you're not late. It's my season.
Okay.
So I love that you do it that way. Don't follow the herd. Don't follow the herd. Make your own path.
What have you done have you ever set a New Year's resolution? Let's start there. Have you ever set one?
Well, if you go way back, yes. I think, and this is funny that we're talking about this because I just had a talk with a group about the same thing. There's a difference between a New Year's resolution and a goal. So if all of us at some point were taught to set a New Year's resolution based on what others have done, the herd. The herd is like, hey, what's your New Year's resolution? Get ready for your New Year's resolution. Okay, so your New Year's resolution is, I'm going to lose 40 pounds. Okay, so I'm going to go in the gym. I'm going to sign up. Watch all the gym memberships that get, people get signed up for, right? Between January, the second week of March, second week of February, and maybe the first week of March, people will flood the gyms, and then all of a sudden it'll just die again, right? Resolutions are promises made to be broken, right? But I had to learn that because, I was a part of the rat race at one point, and I said to myself, I set these resolutions, and then I don't keep them. I didn't keep them. I was like, well, let me set a goal. Let me set a goal instead of a resolution. And like you said earlier, the goal can be set when you say it's set. So if you set a goal on your birthday, you're not just worrying about January 1st. You are already deeply rooted into what you want to transpire that new year coming up. Now, I will say this. It has its place, the January 1st, it has its place in the fact that you get to visually reset. So you get to say, okay, most businesses, they shut down for the new year. So you're not getting the first anyway. You're not getting the first. Everything is shut down, closed, right? So you already, if you just doing it that way, you already lost that day, right?
That's a good point.
But if you set it in August, and my birthday's in June, I said in June, we set it up. I want you to see something right here real quick.
Okay.
This is how things are set up for me.
Oh, wow.
And this is calendar. And everywhere I sit, in any of my offices and anywhere that I'm really relaxed, like right now, it's a calendar right here. And this is 2021 calendar. But right here, even in, you'll see it shiny because I haven't opened it yet. This is 2022, right?
That's good.
So that being said, it's a roadmap. I want to use January 1 as the official roadmap to what America decides is the 12-month window.
Yeah.
Right? Because I do business with America, right?
Right.
But just because we set a date of January 1 doesn't mean that that's when our year had to start. Like, that's why I love what you said earlier.
It's kind of getting out of that sheep mentality as well. I was like with Toby, was it Wingway, right? He said sheeple, just all these different isms he has and lyrics with that, because why do we celebrate, okay, holidays, you get Martin Luther King Day off, whatever, right? But why do we wait till the world or the society or the United States tells us to do anything? Okay. And that's kind of what it gets me. So like, I was just talking to my wife earlier. We just moved to our new spot. You see the background. Y'all, you see me. This is my game room / studio. I'm still getting it set up. But no, so I'm actually, if y'all can see this, I'm gonna show you too, man. I got these panels in today from my room. Little sound panels.
Give me a tour real quick.
You see the little panels. I got all the stuff in the background. I gotta get my couch in here in a minute. I got my TV. It's small little setup, and then right in front of me is the table and the laptop, the lights, blah blah blah. So
looks good.
For her, she kind of, she has to. Okay, we're unpacking. We all use that. Boxes still everywhere for her. We've been here for like a week or so. It took her forever, but that's not nothing wrong with that because she wants to see it, visualize it, each thing she
Right.
takes out the box, this has a place. Me, I'm
Right.
trying to get this stuff out the box, and I'll fix it.
Right.
you know,
You fix it as it go
I
along.
get it when it
Later
get
on.
there because I know I'll
Yeah.
get lazy because I know myself. That's my point. So like, but
Right.
you have to realize what type of yourself is. So are you like
Know yourself.
Yeah, we all know what, if we're lazy. We all know if we get complacent easily. We all know if I say I'm gonna do it, I gotta, write a note or anything, right? You have these things that we do for ourselves. So for me, when I see something needs to be done, I have to do it in that exact moment. So I got to the panels today. I said, I'm gonna leave them things sitting there forever if I don't do it right now. So hey, let me go ahead. I left the house. Did not plan on leaving the house. Got the command strips, got everything I need. I'm doing everything because I know I need to do it. I got it up there. It looks great. Sounds even better, right? And I can get it off of my head. That's for me. Other people, you feel like you need to, okay, why don't you take a step? Okay, like Cherokee just showed in the video, if you're watching, he has a calendar. He already got the next year. He's not waiting till January 5th about the calendar. He already has it. He's already looking forward. I know and I'm not gonna like make this like a sexist thing, but I know every man I met, at least, and that I consider like somebody that's with some right. I'm already like in December of next year almost. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm already, because for my family and the people that surround me, even for my dog, okay, cool. His hair gonna grow out. I'm gonna get a different cut. I'm gonna put that in the back of my head around March, April. We're gonna get this nice little cut for the dog, take a picture, get some money, whatever, right? Or for my wife, okay, cool. I know she has school coming up. I know when she graduates in August, what we're gonna have to do. She's trying to go to Rome. I gotta go give blood to go to Rome, so we can get some money for that when she graduates. So I'm already there, and so I'm not saying that women don't think like this either, but just from my personal experience, don't say I found that men usually think differently. So, and I have examples from training as well. When I'm training people, back one of my early jobs, personal training, like you said, I mean, packed January, February, March. I can attest to that. Packed, everybody doing different type of things, and then probably around April, spring break, actually around spring break, dwindling down.
Starts to dwindle.
And you walk around in Walmart or whatever grocery store you at, right? And you see people's keychains. I always think that's really important. Whenever you meet somebody, look at their keychain. You can tell a lot about them and their keychain, key fob, whatever. You see them brand new Planet Fitness key tags that they've never used.
Yes, you do.
You see that one little Eiffel Tower keychain you probably got from your cousin, and you can tell, right? And so, it's important to recognize what type of person you are, because if you start these resolutions or these goals, whatever you call it, you will set yourself up for failure if you don't know what you're bad at. All right.
Yes. That is so important.
Go ahead.
That is so important, to be honest with yourself, to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And to understand that you're flawed. Understand that you're flawed. Like you said, if you know that you're the type of person, if you don't do something right now, then you already know that. Just go ahead and do it. And if you're a strategical planner, as you are, as I am, then you tell yourself you're going to get frustrated as you get closer to that date if you're that far away. You know, I set a goal to do 120 podcasts for the year of 2021. And here's the thing, and we talked about this. I didn't start my first podcast, Jay, until June.
Oh, that's tough.
So 6 months away. I mean, I literally was like, I even told you this. I was like, man, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it. You know, and it's like, no, well, then just sit it down, man. You don't know. I said, yeah, you know. But when June came, I told myself, I told all my followers that I was going to do this, right? I did 50 in 2020, which was my first year doing it all, right?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, 2021, I want to do 120. I don't know. I just threw the number out. Sound like a good number. So I needed to average 10 a month if I was going to do it the way I had set for myself to do it, right? Seemed easy enough, 10 a month. And imagine letting 6 months go by, getting busy, you know, whatever excuse I could use.
Do the
I'm
math
helping
on
all
that.
these other entrepreneurs. Yeah. Now, I promised on live video that I was going to do this. There is no coming back from that. You told people and you're training people that they could speak things into existence. And then here you are in June, you're like, oh my goodness, I got to do this. So I started getting up, and I know you know this because you've seen some of it. I started getting up at 2 in the morning the entire summer. I got up at 2 a.m. I was on my lives. I never was late. I didn't use an alarm clock. My wife didn't have to wake up, none of that. And I didn't miss a day the entire summer.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal was to get that 120 down before the last day of December. Well, I was able to get all 120 podcasts done by the beginning of November.
Whew.
Yeah, there were days where I did 5 and 6 in one day.
Had to.
Had to.
Where you get the energy from?
Hey, man, what we always say, when the why is great enough, the facts don't matter.
That's right.
So you get energized by creation, right? Just like what you're doing. I mean, I watched you go from when you first started doing it, and you started really getting in. Next thing you know, you got all these, lights in different places, just like we were talking about. You got different things here, boom, boom, boom. You get energized by your own creation.
Mm-hmm. No tact. Yeah.
Right? You're energized by the creation. I always tell people, when you see somebody negative, when you see somebody that treats somebody mean, and you look at it, it's like absolutely no reason, right? That person's not mad at you. That person has no beef with you, even though they're projecting it onto you. What it is, and the problem is, they don't have something to shoot for. They're not happy with their own lives. And when people are not happy with their own lives, they have to look for somebody to blame.
Yeah.
So that energy is in all of us. Once we find a real why, not that fake stuff. Hey, we got to come up with a New Year's resolution because it's January. Somebody said that. They always thought that, right? I saw a post today where people were talking about, hey, you better get your nap in so you guys can stay up. Hey, guess what, Jay? I don't care about watching the ball drop, bro.
No.
I don't. Right? We're watching the college football games, the bowl games. That's fun for me, right? We're both into fitness. We take care of our bodies. We take care of our minds. Mind, body, and soul. Take care of that, and your body takes care of you. And the universe will get out of your way. That's the key. The universe will get out of your way as soon as you understand that you're in control of that. You're in control of what you can control. And don't worry about the things you can't.
That's good. I thought about a title for the podcast while you're saying it. Watch your own ball drop. Is that too deep? Is that too cliche?
No, I love it.
I like that.
I love it. It's your ball.
Let me write that down.
Do it. It's your ball. Watch your own ball drop.
That's good. So
I love it.
Give me 2 seconds of podcast world. Let me write this down because I'm gonna forget.
We improvising. We doing it.
I tell people because people think this stuff just happened off the cuff. Okay, no, this is no tact for a reason. I tell people all the time I do very minimal editing because life is real. Okay,
it's real.
Life is real.
It's real.
So I want against the other thing I just said. Okay, if you don't like the failure thing, not really the failure, but the things I do wrong, look at the things that you do right. Okay.
Yes.
So if I know I'm a motivated person, if I know I'm easily energized, look at all the things that you do right today or this week. Take an inventory, and I recommend that you do write this down because some stuff you do need to write physically down. Okay. Yeah. You see that little blue thing in the camera? That's me and my wife. She has one in her office as well. It's our vision board, and we have like a bunch of them. Yeah, so that's one of our vision boards, and it's about travel. It's about my dog. It's about my marriage. It's about my spirituality, my relationship with God. It's about my podcast. It's all the things that are important to me. And so everybody know they do wrong, but we rarely, most people at least, some people just conceited, narcissistic, whatever. We rarely sit down and say, Jay, what do I do right? Because we're just so always focused on being humble. That's great. That is amazing. We always just, let me just get by and scrape through and not be seen, or I don't want to seem like this or come off like that. No, what do I do right? I tell people all the time, it's a lot of things I don't know how to do. We were just watching a football game earlier, Roll Tide. I can't run like that. I'm an artsy guy. Now, am I gonna be trash if you at a pickup game at the YMCA? No, I'm gonna get you a couple points. I'm gonna play some defense, but I'm not No, I'm not Jacoby.
You're
I'm not sure. I'm not the worst player in the NBA.
Right.
But so I had to take inventory of who I was, who God made me to be, whatever you believe in, whatever, and say, hey, okay, well, all the time while I'm trying to figure out my purpose, we talked about that too on both of ours. All the time I'm trying to figure out my purpose or what I feel like I'm here for, my strengths. I'm emceeing events. I'm recording different things with people just on the cuff. You know, I'm in front of a mic. I'm in front of a camera because it came natural to me.
Right.
I didn't know that was space that was I could take up, or I didn't know there was a currency I could use in this world. Is pretty much running my mouth. God gave me the gift of gab, right? Okay, and to go back to what you were talking about as well, all the things that you have done, you're living it out. So whether you told your followers that or not, you got to be up in the morning doing that. You have to convince and motivate yourself, whether it's real or not in the moment, before anybody else sees the fruits of your labor. We want to go to the gym. All right, you know, we everybody know about this example. I'm taking the picture in the gym. It's always that one girl, one guy. Okay, cool. 6 packs, taking the pic. Every time they go in, they gotta like let people know on social media
where they
at, what they doing. I got the little geo tag. I'm at Gold's Gym right here every day, baby. Outside, no days off. Boom, boom, boom. That now I'm always give a caveat. If that's what motivates you, that's what keeps you going, sure, use it. But you got to realize of why you're doing that, okay?
Right.
Are you doing it for other people, or are you doing it for yourself? If that's what it takes to hold yourself accountable, do that. But more times than not, being in that space, it's just because you want people to see you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong being a little vain, you know? You get your wife, your girl, you want somebody that's pretty, you want somebody that's attractive when you wake up in the morning. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's not what we're here to tell you. Okay. We're here to tell you, it's like you said, it's to make sure that your why is strong enough. And it has to be to you. It has to be personal, not your wife, not your husband. They can help. They're your help me, all that good stuff, right? But we're talking about something that will legitimately wake you up in the morning, put a fire under your butt, and that you know. Okay, I always think about that video. I talked about this before too. Everybody's seen it. It's that little Nike commercial, probably on YouTube, and you got the guy, the alarms coming on, and then the guy comes in, the grind, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's the moment where you feel the devil on your back, and he's telling you to go back to sleep and blah blah blah, right? So, but through the whole video, it's guys working out, it's females running, it's guys lifting heavy weights. That's great. But how do you correlate that to the guy that's working at State Farm? How do you make that plain for the guy who is, I mean, even let me think, working at Wendy's? Okay, I'm on the fries one day, I'm trying to be the cashier another day, right?
Right.
I can't just work out through Wendy's. I can't just lift up heavy patties, Jay. What are you trying to tell me? I like the premise of the video, but it's not realistic for life.
Right.
When I'm training people, they're like, Jay, I want to look like this. And it'd be a picture of Beyonce or, you know, some fit person, right? And I'm like, well, you work at Regions. You cannot look like that right now.
Right.
Why? Because
she work out 8 hours a day if she wants to.
Correct. We see these major games from The Rock and Mark Wahlberg and stuff like that because they get paid to do this, because they have trainers. They wake up.
Yes.
And so
they got cooks. They have professional cook chefs that cook for them to prepare their
meal plans to sculpting their whole body.
You can't sit up there and say, I want to look like that, and you eating a glazed donut, you know, and you hitting the light, the Krispy Kreme light is on for you. They're not going there.
I've heard it all.
Like, they're very disciplined.
They say, well, my kids come home with this candy, or that's the only thing they had in the vending machine that worked, or whatever. Now, I've used all those same excuses. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say,
you know what it is.
You feel me? We're here to talk to you today, not because we're just talking out the side of our necks, but because we've done it. Okay, we've done it. We've lived it, and we're trying actively. Not saying we're perfect either. We're trying actively. Okay, you especially go on Facebook all the time. Hey, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. You can see this. I am writing this down. I'm doing this. You're in different areas. I'm living what I'm saying that I'm doing. I will be a hypocrite if I came up on here every couple of days and talked all this to y'all, expecting it, got the music in the back, all this type of stuff, saying no tact, whatever, if I wasn't doing it.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly. You speak different because you, like you said, you're doing it. So when you say something, it's like a child. Even a child speaks with conviction when they're talking about things that they naturally do. Just watch a child that's playing Madden.
Oh yeah.
You know, God rest his soul. R.I.P. Coach Madden.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And R.I.P. Betty White as well. We just lost Betty White today. So.
Did you know her birthday?
Yeah, she was about to be 100 years old on the 17th.
Me and my wife in the car, and I said, I bet you her birthday within the next 30 days. I said, I bet you $20. It was like January like 22nd or something. Yeah, I was like, I knew it. I was like,
17th.
That must have sucked to be in heaven right now and be like, man, you could have gave me the century, dog. You could have gave me the 100.
Right. Right. I mean, she had this huge 100 birthday bash about to happen with all these stars, Ryan Reynolds, and you know all these people that were coming. You know, even Clint Eastwood. All of these people. I was like, oh my God, she was 2 weeks away from seeing that. You know.
Yeah.
But it you know, I was telling my wife too. I said, this goes to show you, even though you have to plan it, you have to plan that 100. That's big. That's not something small. That's big, right? But when I saw the People magazine, the cover of that, and it said how to make it to the 100-year birthday celebration. These are the things. These things came out, but she's 99, so she just missed the 100 year, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling people, I said, we don't know. She was just really excited just a few days ago. 2 days ago, on the 28th, she was on and she got interviewed and she was talking about, oh, I can't wait for my birthday and stuff. And if you watched her, she was always energetic.
Yeah.
She was always, as old as she was involved in everything. And like I read, I thought she was going to live forever. I'm telling you, if it's anybody that seemed like they're going to be here forever, it was Miss Betty White. Yeah, it was Miss Betty White. I swear, you couldn't tell me she wasn't a vampire, bro, because she seemed like she was here for hundreds of years, and she was just going. But she was so good to look at. She was so fun to listen to,
Very
right?
fun, yeah.
Again, it goes back to, like you said, your purpose. When you find your purpose, right, time seems to stand still at times. It slows down. However, if you procrastinate, time will speed up on you and it'll sneak up on you. And you'll blink your eye and be like, whoa, I'm not 25 no more? No, you're not. You're 45. What? And I didn't do this.
That.
Okay. Yeah. You know, and like you said, I'm here on here especially to tell people, I remember when I got into this industry, and I'm in the vacation industry, the resorts and everything.
Yeah.
I was 25 years old, and now I'm almost 50. And the crazy thing about this is I remember the day I stepped into the training world. I remember the goals I set. Goals.
Yeah.
Not resolutions. The resolutions is too temporary. It's too short. And then, like we talked about one time before on this show, on your show and mine, we have to teach people how to set goals realistically. But watch now, you set the long-term goal, the mid-term goal, and short-term goal. But you have to do it that way, not short first. See, some people, they say, oh, yeah, set a goal for yourself for this week, for that. Okay, that's good, but you still need a destination. You need a target that's off in a distance.
Correct.
That's going to require you to be consistently good. Consistently good. That's what makes you successful. Not because you were great for one day or 1 week or 1 month. Consistently good. And now all of a sudden, there's another set of energy that just flows through you. You can't wait to get up. When you do what you love to do. I was just telling a young lady today. I said, this is what I want you to do. Stop thinking about money. I know it's hard to do, but stop. Stop thinking about money. And I want you to write down 5 things. Don't worry about 10, 20, 30. Write down 5 things that you love to do since you were a little girl.
That's good.
That you still love to do now.
Yeah.
Right? Now, once you write these things down, I'm going to sit with you and we're going to cancel out a couple things. Like, all right, now, do you have time for this? Are you skillful at this? What's realistic? Can we get this done? And then we're going to start Xing out. Now, what is going to happen? something miraculously is going to happen if we're telling the truth. The list is going to shrink. It's going because she said she didn't know what she wanted to do, but she's good at a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So the list is going to shrink down to 1 or 2 of those things. So it went from 5, now it's down to 2. These are realistic things. These are things you want to do.
Yeah.
Now the goal is, here again, it's always goals, never resolutions, always goals.
Okay.
The goal now is to monetize one or both of those things and see how to turn it into a business.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait on a stimulus check. You don't have to wait on, you don't have to hope the government's going to take care of you. You can take care of it. Just tell yourself, and some of us need to know this more than others, the cavalry is not coming. Mm-hmm. You might think because you got a check in the mail, oh my God, I got $3,000 in the mail. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Okay. Let me tell you how the country is set up to fail. You ready? I know we talk about this, but I want to make sure I make this point for our listeners, right? When you get, right before you get that check, even before the holidays, if you went into Best Buy, if you went into any type of big store, you saw the biggest TVs in the world all in the aisles. They weren't in the back like they usually are, back in the electronics section, right? Walmart and all that. They put this stuff right in the aisles. You had to walk past the 75-inch, 85-inch TV flat screens to get to the microwave or to get to CDs, right?
Yeah.
Because they know that you're impulsive and you didn't truly earn that check that's coming to you, right? Not the way you think. Now, I do say that people have earned it because that money is in the Federal Reserve, which does come from the American workers. I get it, right? But that check, the way it's sent to you, is designed to do one of 2 things. One, it's designed to give you false sense of security and stimulate the wealthy economy at the same time. You go buy that TV for $1,500 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They're not sending you another $3,000 check next week or next month. That money's gone. You got people just, oh man, and you're asking people for loans to help you pay your mortgage or help you pay your light bill or help you pay your car note. The education has to change. We have to change the way we were programmed to do. Like you were saying earlier, people are programmed tonight. They got a lot of alcohol tonight.
Yeah.
They're going to stay up. They're going to watch the ball drop. They're going to get drunk. They're going to have a hangover in the morning. So they're going to start the new year off worse than they ended it. Worse than they ended it. So what I want people to do is I want people to come in and say, enough is enough. If 2021 wasn't what you wanted, what's going to change in 2022 rather than just the dates on a calendar? What's going to change? Because this calendar that says 2022 right here looks just like the calendar I have in my hand right here that says 2021. The only thing that's going to change is what I produce, what Jay produces, what the world produces. Yeah. This is your ball. Let your ball drop the way you want it to drop.
That's good, man. And when I talk to people about anything, because I'm trying to think. Okay, so you have, we talked about finance a little bit and the physical things. So you have your financial, your life, physical life, obviously, definitely your spiritual life, emotional life, and then probably your mental. Hey, I put mental last, but mental is important as well.
Well, mental, very important.
Yeah, and so they say, well, Jay, I don't know. That's the answer. If I had to just sum my whole life up in the New Year's resolution, I don't know what that looks like. I hear what y'all saying. Okay, the calendar. Okay, the ball. Boom, boom, boom. But how do I? And I talk about this all the time in church because you get this good feeling on Sunday, and then Sunday afternoon.
Right.
You're like, I forgot everything the preacher talked about. Or you leave a motivational speaking event. I feel so good, but why do I feel so good? Cherokee was on fire, but what was the acronym? Like, you don't know.
Right. What was he saying? He spelled team. What did it mean? Team? What was it?
And so And it's just like everybody has like their quote. I think you just need to find something. I don't really think one is better than the other. I don't really think one motivational speaker is better than the other, or one coach or trainer is better than the other. It's just the amount of consistency. It's like you said, it's being good. It was great. It was great, by the way. It's being good every single day. Who is the person that is living it? Because you know, for most people, they're not really very self-driven. There's nothing wrong with that. You need someone to listen to. That's perfectly fine.
That's why we got coaches.
Boom. That's why you have like life coaches and everybody who all these certifications to do all these different things. But just find that thing and stick to it. Right. Even when I was training, I said, hey, well, they say, well, because we do a consultation before we even lift any type of weights. Well, I heard about the Jenny Craig, I heard about the Tybo, I heard about the Slim Fast, and this pill does this, and this, oh, God help me, the little waist trainers, the worst thing. Oh, I could talk, I have a whole podcast about that. But I got the waist trainer and the all these different things.
Everything, heat me up.
And I say, well, okay, that's all great, but I say you looking at the what's the new thing now with the bike?
The Peloton.
You got to get on the bike. The magic pill, the thermal pills or whatever. Cool. Let's just say that works, which I don't think it does in theory.
Right.
But you still have to work out.
Oh yeah.
You can't just take the pills and expect to wake up 10 pounds lighter. People forget about the work that they have to put into it. They buy the thing, they buy the Peloton. It's $1 million, $1,000, whatever, a machine, and it's a coat rack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they throw the coat on it, throw the jacket on it.
And so
walk right past it.
That's why I was saying we have to make it practical, make it simple. Instead of doing all these different things, I say, you want to know what? Instead of eating fried chicken, we're gonna eat grilled chicken. Do substitution.
There you go.
Instead of eating candy, we're gonna eat fruit. Don't make it hard.
Right.
It sounds hard. It sounds like a lot because it is. Because you're slowly chipping away. Right at the real you. It's a life change. But I said, don't even call it a diet. We're just calling it Tuesday.
No.
And so take the pressure off of the resolution of the goals or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of drinking soda, drink some more water. Drink more water. Make yourself look. If your body's really thirsty, the water's what's going to quench it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a word. Soda all day you want. You're still thirsty. You're still dehydrated.
That can preach all day.
But you're so right. It's like the little steps. And we said it already. Consistency with those steps. Get out. I said, me and my family, we do things together. You know how you get these, we were just talking about these challenges that everybody does, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing exercise challenges. They're all nice. I love them. Like you said, they have their place.
Yeah.
Right? But if this is a life change, why is it a challenge? Because if you say it's a challenge, you're saying, okay, we're going to do this 30-day challenge. Mm-hmm. We're going to do this, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You got people that'll put on the calendar, okay, today is the 31st. Well, let's say the 1st. Mm-hmm. So this challenge goes to the 1st of February. Okay. Now all of a sudden you can't wait. Now they have what we call them, Jay, a cheat day.
Yeah.
If you got a cheat day, right? And I know we train people in the gym, and we know that we can say, all right, we're going to work out 5 days a week. We're going to work out an hour a day. We're going to make sure we hit cardio. We're going to do abs every day. We're going to do. Now, the reason they need us in there is because they need somebody to pump them up and say, come on, we got it. We got it. Let's go. Everybody knows how to do a push-up. They know how to do a sit-up. They know how to do a crunch. You can sit in a chair and crunch, and you can do your obliques. You can do what you need to do, right? Mm-hmm. But you won't do it. That's the problem. So that's where the coaches come in. That's where the trainer comes in.
If nothing else, hey, I gave this dude a couple $100. I ain't finna waste it.
There you go. Now
start there.
You got skin in the game.
Yes.
You got skin in the game. I tell people that's why I charge you. Yeah. They say, oh, they could be real close to me. Well, you're like a father to me, or you're like a brother to me. And they say, yeah, that's exactly why I got to charge you. You say, well, why'd you say that? Because if I give it to you, you don't know how I got it.
You can just call me that morning. Hey, I ain't gonna make it. Hey, we cool, right? I'm gonna go ahead and go to this. Boom. Yeah.
And you don't know what I did, what I pushed out, how I had to. If you and I, we know that if we're gonna train somebody for an hour in the gym, 2 hours, we got our workout in first because we know we can't work out alongside of you. We have to watch you. We have to watch what you're doing, right and wrong and different, and we got to motivate you, right? So we can't work out with you. We're not friends at that point. It's trainer and it's student. Now, when you get to that point where we can work out together, then we'll spot each other. We'll work out together. We work it in, but we work that way, right? But right now, you got me working for you because I'm in here to be. So you don't know what I did to be ready for you. And it's definitely not fair if you don't have skin in the game. You, like you said, you could just be like, "Hey, man, I'm blowing that off."
And another thing too. Okay, cool. I got a weekend with Cherokee. Boom. I did a great job on Friday or even a day, right? You see the donut or you see the temptation, you see the thing. I'm trying to keep this not just physical because they said it. I want to contradict myself, but you see the thing. Okay, I've been consistent in this thing for so long, and it's like, okay, well, for 5 days of working out, I can mess up this one thing in 1 second, in one moment, in one night, whatever. And now you starting over. You think of I always use any type of example with like AA or what's the drug, not Drugs Anonymous. What's the other one?
Oh man.
Yeah, AA, and it's one
alcohol. Yeah, alcohol.
It's the AA and another one with the drugs, whatever. So
for the drugs.
Think about all the things that you're trying to do is crack, it's cocaine. Okay, that's how, because this is for me. It's funny, I'm telling you, but because I'm such an extreme personality, because I'm extra, whatever you want to call it. I'm over the top. I have to go. A couple of podcasts ago, she was talking about body positivity, doing the right thing. She like a curvy kind of chick, and it was great. And I forgot how we got on top of it, like Lizzo and doing different things, being great in your mom. That's a whole other story. But I was like, hey, sometimes before I got like this, before I became the quote unquote no tech, I would go into the Walmart where I was living, in the produce section specifically, because it's the busiest part of the store. What do you do when you go in? You go to that right. It's fruits right there. Okay. And I would just be like, or I'd be like, I'm the best at whatever. I would scream in the produce section because in my interpersonal relationships, or even these work, church life, whatever, people knew me, it was cool, whatever. But I said, I have to do something completely crazy. I said, when I tell people I do this, when people see me, it has to surprise them. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to shock me and them at the same time. I got to get out this shell. Because it's like you were talking about all 2021. I didn't like the way I was living, Jay, or I didn't like the way I was treating my wife. I didn't like the way I was supposed to work out 5 times a week. I only got like once a week, once a month, or I was supposed to go on this trip, but I didn't save enough because I was too busy going to the club, whatever. Insert your thing here. I was supposed to do this more, or I was supposed to do this less. So what crazy thing, because if you're like me at all, what crazy thing do you have to do to break the cycle, of whatever? What like, ask yourself this, pause it, whatever you got to do. What will it take? Not even being great, because we put, again, not too much pressure. What will it take for me to be consistent for 24 hours? Hey, whatever. Okay, cool. I wake up in the morning. I didn't do too well, but from 9 to 5, I'm in an enclosed environment. My only temptation is going to be at 12, and when I get off and whatever. Plan it out. Plan out 9. Can you plan out 9 hours? Can you plan out 9 hours? Right? Ask yourself that. If you can't, all right, cool. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, from when I open my eyes till I walk and go use the bathroom. Can I make it that simple? And you be like, and I can already hear people like, "Are you doing too much? It ain't that deep." Blah blah blah. I could just do this. No, for some people, it's that deep. For some people, it takes. I mean, that person. It's millionaires, billionaires, CEOs that pay people. Look it up. If you think I'm crazy, they pay people to walk around and just be a yes man. Why do you think people have entourages? Why do you think people have people that are around them? Because, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? They just need a sounding board. They need somebody to be in their ear. Hey, Been working out, CEO. I know you ain't got enough time. Remember all that work you did with so and so? You might not want to eat that Snickers. Here's a banana. Right?
Yes.
They pay
somebody hold you accountable.
They pay somebody $50,000 a year to walk around.
Hey.
Think about it. If there's a job out there for somebody just to sit there and get somebody the right answer, be that Kermit, listen that evil Kermit meme behind them. There's an angel and there's the evil Kermit. Which one are you gonna pick in each one of these environments?
Right.
What does it take?
What does it take? I'll tell you, it's funny because we said we want to give some people some answers.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's a really good starting point. I always encourage people that I train, especially in business. I tell them, you said something about the mental.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, I put it for last, but this is how strong the mental is in that priority.
Yeah.
When you start to think about what you want, keep a journal, keep a log.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have it in one side, you have the things you want to accomplish, the goals, right?
Yeah.
And another thing, like you said, something as simple as when you get out of that bed, if you were one of those people that uses an alarm clock, like I personally have never used an alarm clock in the last 35 years.
That's
or so.
crazy.
I just don't. Yeah, I'm just really blessed. I hope I keep it because the one day I don't, I'm like, oh God.
That internal clock is strong. Yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful, Jay. It's powerful. We can do this tomorrow. I can say, hey, let's get up. I'll be here on 2 a.m. And I promise you, I'll be right here sitting with you. And my wife will tell you, I do not use alarm clocks. I can have the room dark and I'll still get up at what time I say I'm going to get up.
Crazy.
But I'm so excited about life that is easy. Every day is like waking up to Christmas morning. Remember when you were a little boy, little girl out there, and it was Christmas Eve, and you were crazy excited. You went to bed and you had your eyes looking at the clock, and you said, good gracious, it's not 6 o'clock yet, because they tell you can't get up till 6.
To the sun rise or whatever.
The sun got to rise. You got to make sure Santa come and gone, right? Mm-hmm. But you got up because you were like so amped up. You got up and you stayed up because you were on adrenaline. Yeah. You were on pure adrenaline, right? That's good. How do you do that as an adult when you have bills that hit you, when you're the one that has to buy those gifts for the children, when you're the one that has to do all this beautiful stuff? See, it's not the same. So you have to create that. When you wake up, the first thing that you do, if you can do this, is your accomplishment is to stand up. Then the next accomplishment is to either go in the bathroom, wash your face, get in the shower, whatever you do, whatever your morning ritual is for that part. And this is the funny thing, no matter what order this is, make up your bed. Now, if your wife is in there, your husband's in there, obviously you can't do that, right? But if they're not, make up the bed. I said, Cherokee, what's so big about making up the bed? That's your first major accomplishment of something that was messed up. You got to see something look pretty that wasn't pretty in the beginning. That's how you start your day.
And you
started your day. Yes, you did that. You did that. You got clothes on the floor. Oh God, I got clothes on the floor. I could step over it because I don't feel like doing it. Pick the clothes up and put them in the hamper or put them on the and we're all guilty of it at some point. I anybody that said they've never done it is lying. They're lying. Sometimes you're just too tired. You're not trifling. You're just too tired. You stepped over stuff. You just kicked off your shoes and you pulled your socks off and you just threw them next to the bed or whatever you did. Yeah. Right? But when you're awake and recharge, rededicate yourself and keep the journal. Yeah. Be honest with yourself. Write down what you did that day. Be honest. Right? You say you want to make $100 a day and you made $30 that day, right? You're $70 short. Look at this and see, where did you miss a step? Or what did you do here? Did you stay and talk to this group a little bit too long? Yep, I sure did. Because I knew if I go over here, we all get to talking. Okay, if you know that y'all get to talking over here, I'm telling you guys, give yourself permission to do this. Yourself permission. Okay, guys, I'm going to be busy all week long. You set a goal. Until you hit that $100, don't go talk to them. Don't go talk to them, especially if they have nothing to do with your game. If they have nothing to do with your game, it doesn't mean you love them any less. It just means you have something to do. and now I'll come get you guys. See, watch what happens. Because you really want to go hang out with your friends, you set a goal for yourself, and you said, if I don't hit this goal, my punishment is I can't go hang out with my friends on that day. Right? Yeah. Especially if it's something you can do.
I say, for me, I say lie to yourself.
Yeah.
Because it ain't lying if it's yourself, right?
No.
Until it becomes true. Hey, because we had this thing in the military all the time. Like, I never forget it. I'm in the back of the little big old LMTV, big old truck, you know, and I'm trying to get like at least like an hour of sleep, but because the cab is like, it's sitting straight up, you can't really get comfortable. So like it was like radios back there. It was, you know, MRE boxes and all type of stuff.
Right.
And so I found my little spot. I said, this is so comfortable. Yeah. And I do this all the time. People laugh at me to this day. I'm like, man, this king size bed feeling amazing. Like, and it's like 20 degrees outside. We on top of a mountain doing these little exercises. I'm like, it's so warm. I'm almost sweating. And people, so that's infectious because people started doing it. Yes, it sucks. Yes, your job might suck. Yes, the relationship you're in might suck. I do recommend you seek help for that, for the conversation. But whatever situation that you in, it sucks, right? Okay, but hey, and they used to always say, it'll buff out. It'll buff out. Yes, I know, Jay, that this sucks. I know that, and you can tell yourself this too. Look in the mirror, pause it. I know that this part of my life I want to fix. It's okay. You want to know what? If I want to be 150 pounds, I'm 200, man, I'm 150. I'm 150 every day. Until I make it real. If I'm not reading the Bible, because I have this thing, and I give y'all an example. Who said we're gonna give examples, right? Hold on. Where are them books at? So my dad last Christmas. Hold on, get these books out. My dad last Christmas. Oh my gosh, headphones. Gave me this book. It's just like a daily wisdom book, you know. We were like a scripture a day. So for one thing, I put superhero stickers on it. How to make it attractive to me. Okay. In the front and the back, superhero stickers. I had to want to pick this book up. Second thing, this book had to be my cell phone. Okay. So just like a cell phone goes wherever you go. So like if it's in the car, I had to put it somewhere to where I knew I would touch it, see it, feel it. It feels good, right? So it's like an ashy book. Think about it. Think about every level. It's not too deep because it's how the mind works. All right. So then it's every day of the year. So it's from January 1st, 2021 till the 31st, right? Did I miss some days? Absolutely.
Of course.
Right? But, and it's kind of made me feel good. I can't lie. This is no Tact part. My wife had this kind of a similar book as well. She said, if I missed a couple of days, I would just start it that day. That bothered me because I said, no, I have to read the days that I missed, or else on December 31st, 2021, I would have failed. I don't know where that comes from.
All the pages.
Exactly. Same thing. And now I have one for 2022. He got me another one because he asked me, you know, if I wanted to do it. So I'm going to do this all over again because now it's a normative. Okay. And I went through this. Yeah. I got bookmarks. I got like a little Canon air filter. Yeah, this is from like a couple weeks ago. I made it a bookmark. I went and got my COVID shot. I think it's a bookmark in here. My COVID card is in this book, right? It's just here. Okay. I resonated with Michael Jordan, which not many people talked about this as much. It was great. The Bulls, boom, boom, boom. My favorite episode was when they would talk about, man, this guy would just make up stuff to get motivated about. He would make up stuff. He would lie.
Yes, he did.
He would look at the other team like, you looking at me funny? Or you talking about my shoes, whatever it was.
Yes.
Just making up stuff.
Yes.
Just to be great.
Too. He used fans. And said, oh, you think I can't play in the Garden with the Knicks? And he would look at Spike Lee and say, you said what, Spike? And Spike would make him deliver 55 points to the Knicks that night.
Boom. And so it became a running thing to where he's still in his own world, but people make it a running joke. Hey, let's see how we can get this championship or get this game tonight because we gotta go tell MJ that somebody said his head was too shiny. I don't know, whatever, right?
Alabama just did it.
Boom.
Alabama just did that tonight. They did it all week. They were sitting there, and I don't know anybody that knows about college football. Now I played at Texas A&M, so it's a great thing. The best coaches are the best motivators, and they can have you thinking that this team thinks they're going to kill you, that you're nothing, you're this, you're that. Nobody in their right mind would have picked Cincinnati over Alabama. Nobody. There's nobody. But somehow, their coach made them believe that they were the underdog. I was watching it all week. He made them believe that they were the underdog. That's how powerful the mind it can be. If you can condition your mind, it can believe anything you tell it, anything you feed it, because the mind doesn't truly know the difference between a lie and the truth. So it's amazing that you said what you said, because the mind doesn't know the difference between a lie and the truth.
It's all
relative. It only knows what we feed it. That's it.
Now getting to the mental space. So what are you going to feed yourself this year?
Yeah.
What are you going to?
What is?
Yep. And again, it's a lot of pause moments in this, and we're almost done. But spiritually, what are you going to feed yourself? I did my best to make sure that, every episode I did had a scripture, no matter what we talked about, because word is important. God's word to me, whatever you believe, but you're going to get it regardless, whether you believe in God or not, you're going to get this word, right? I made it applicable because I know I could know every scripture in the Bible, but it's not going to mean something to the person who does not believe until I give them my personal application on how God personally changed my life.
Yeah.
And you kind of start from there. I talked about Jay's therapy session. I can't even remember. It was in season 1. I forgot. My days running together, but I know at one point in time I was doing Jay's therapy sessions where, I'm trying to make it as real as possible, and I would record as soon as I left the building. All right, y'all, I went in there. It was kind of cold. Some lady had some perfume on. I would make it that real because people skip the small stuff. All right. I went in there. I thought I wanted like a black therapist, but ended up being this short white lady. She was dope. She even had this little Apple Watch with a little Mickey Mouse on it. She was so much fun. And I was just talking to a complete stranger about all my issues. It was amazing. Right. And so, but I'm having to, again, when I do these podcasts, and you can tell me if you agree as well, when I do these things, I'm also speaking to myself. I had so much respect for this preacher. He said, it's a reason I'm not talking about sexual immorality. I've never talked about that since I've been the preacher here, because I still deal with it. It's the reason why, because when we go through these things, when we try to be better in whatever range you're trying to be in for your new year on the 1st, whatever day you listen to this, it's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process of just, like you said, again, being good until you become great. It's a process of whatever it takes. We've given you a lot of different avenues and areas, lining yourself, taking one step at a time, write it down. Just whatever you have to do. I mean, like we talked about waking up. If you have to thumbtack a motivational quote on your ceiling to where that is the first thing that you see.
Yes.
Feed your body positivity, because the world will not do it.
No, the Calvary's not coming.
They not. Your family's not going to do it, because your wife's going to have a bad day. Your husband's going to have a bad day. And then that whole resolution and goal you had is going to go down with that person.
Exactly.
Stop putting the goal on other people.
Put it on yourself.
You go to the gym. Hey, girl, I'm going to get me a friend to go to the gym with me. And it's really one motivated one every time. One motivated guy. Yeah, bro, come on, man. I'm going to get you big. Blah, 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 blah. And then the other guy's like, yeah, bro, I'm tired, man. Work was crazy. I went to sleep like 6 hours. So.
Yep. And now you don't want to go. You ain't going because he don't want to go.
And now you blank. Now your resolution down. What's wrong with you?
You already missed a day there. You done missed week.
That day turns into 2, and now we back in 2023. We're doing this episode again.
Talk about what you didn't do.
Come on, man. Come on, girl.
So you already get ready to start the next year, right? You'll start the next year messing with stuff you didn't do 2 years ago.
It's a snowball effect either way. We can go down. We can go. Yeah. We can go downhill or we can go uphill. Which exactly what I'm saying.
I tell people, erase the fear. And I'll tell you, people think they're afraid of failure, but that's not the actual truth. And the reason why that's not true is because everybody is familiar with failure. Nobody just instantly is successful at greatness. So you had to fail forward to where you became successful, right?
Yeah.
But you're not afraid of failure because you've already failed at things before, right? The true fear, and it's going to sound crazy, but I promise you I can back up everything I say. The true fear, greatest fear, is fear of success.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason for that is because the moment you find out and you showed yourself you can do something, you can't unsee it. You've done it. You have done this. You say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get up this week at 2 a.m. Okay. Then you go to sleep. You wake up at 1:45. You're out of that bed at 2.
Yeah.
Now, I use the Facebook audience to hold me accountable because I was teaching what can be done. How powerful is the mind? I spoke it on May 20th. I was up on May 21st, and I was on the live, bright-eyed, bushy tail, like I told them I would be, at 3 a.m. Now, if I tell them I'm going to be on the live at 3 a.m., that doesn't mean I get out of bed at 3 a.m.
You ready to go.
Be out of bed and be on my live, right?
Yeah.
So I had to get up, make sure I get in the shower, get myself right, pumped up, get in there, grab my shake or something, and then I was on there. And then slowly, in the next day, bam, 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 bam. Somebody asked me, they said, okay, so you spoke about helping people stop smoking. And you said, what is your advice to somebody who's smoking that wants to stop? And I said, my advice is going to be the same thing to them as it's going to be to the drinker that doesn't want to drink anymore.
Yeah.
Stop today.
Yeah. Yeah, what? Exactly. What do you mean? I was looking for 10 steps to yeah, 7 steps to this.
Today.
Just stop.
We talked about this. Look at your family. Do you love your family? Yeah, I love my family. You want to be here for your family because that's the best. Your best ability is your availability. Your best ability is your availability.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
So I said, so let's talk about the fear, right? So that's what all this is about. You fear you're going to lose something. You fear something ain't going to be right. You're not going to look at this. It's always fear. But it's not fear of failure. It's fear of success. So fear is, we talk about fear, then we got to talk about courage.
Yeah.
Right? Because having courage doesn't mean you don't have fear. Right? Having courage means you don't let the fear stop you from doing what you want to do. So if you say that this will save my life, this will add 10, 15 years onto my life if I stop smoking, how many days do you need before you make that change if you really want to add those 10 years to your life?
That's good. I can even say that fear and failure, since you just said those two, are relational. So like it's easy to relate to someone about failure. And
but everybody's experienced it.
I just don't even think it's that I don't even think it's that hard to be great. If that's no. You just gotta like try a little bit because 97% of people are not even trying. So if the one day that you try, you're gonna look like the best person in the room. But then again, like you said, you show your boss one time you could do it. Now you have to maintain. That's the pressure.
Yes. Yeah.
That's such a great point you had. Yeah.
You had that success.
It's easy to just, I got written up. Everybody got written up. I failed. I didn't wake up at 2 a.m. Nobody really watched me know. Nobody care. But if you just try a little bit, you top 10%.
Yeah.
I bet in whatever arena that you're in.
You don't want that negative stuff. If you stop smoking and you started eating fruit and vegetables and you say, oh man, I feel better. I got more energy. Oh, I feel great with the weight on me. I say, oh my God, I'm actually pushing this off.
Yeah.
Just look at anybody that you say, and like I got a lot of young kids that I teach in the gym. They're athletes, and I'll tell them just like you said. I'll have a consultation with them. What are you trying to do? Well, I want to bench 200 pounds. Okay, you weigh 120 pounds right now. Okay, so we're trying to bench almost double your weight. Okay. Yeah. Let's get you, measured up. Let's do what we're doing. Let me know what you're eating. We're gonna talk. with the first day in the gym, we ain't touching nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not touching nothing. I need my pad. I need to hear what you're saying. Just like in business. In business, I want to know, what do you want? What do you want? Where do you see yourself? Forget about 5 years from now. Where do you see yourself at the end of this week? Yeah. Where do you see yourself at the end of the month? Where do you see now? When I teach you goal setting, yes, I'm going to ask you, where do you see yourself 10 years from now, 5 years from now? Because then I want to set the long, short, midterm and short-term goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when you start seeing them get stronger, when they put that bench on, you say, okay, let's start with a warm up of 90 pounds. We got the bar is 45 pounds. Yeah. Right, so we put another 20 pounds on the back, and you see their arms shaking and stuff, and I know you go through it, Jay. You watch them, and you say, okay, let me get that off. We are good ways away from 200 pounds,
correct,
from 205 or whatever, right? So we're not going to just put that on there so they see what it is, right?
Yeah,
we're going to gradually build them up, but if they're consistent with the list that we do on the program, we create a program for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're consistent with their eating habits. They're consistent with their rest. But people don't realize this, but rest has a lot to do with your growth.
Oh, man. And you feel it too. Like people in the airways, you do a workout one day, you wake up in the morning, you just feel different because you're rested. Your muscles have relaxed. They're not walking around. You feel like super strong. You in the mirror, like, yeah. You be your first day, you 400 pounds. I don't know. I just feel a little different. Like that one day hit, you know.
Yeah, you gonna feel it before you see it. You gonna feel it before you see it.
And then I was thinking about too. I'm glad I remembered this. Popularity comes in glimpses, right? Because that person is so busy being great, so busy being the thing that you like them for. They don't even really care. Some people do. Again, as a 10% in all of us, but that person who you think is great, that person, that picture you want to look like, or that person you want to be like or emulate, that one person at your job that's the best one, right? It's very rare that you go into an establishment where everybody just firing on all cylinders. It's usually like that one amazing person. Hey, who's the person to go to for all the answers? Oh, I'm gonna go to Jay. And it's always that one that one person at the bottom who just trash, who just barely clinging to their job. You know who to be like, who not to be like in every job you've ever had. I bet you $10.
Every job you ever had.
And then there's everybody in the middle. Okay, that's hopefully you fall in the middle. You're not that last 1%. But
right.
And then I'm gonna say this too. And again, I'm gonna say we almost maybe let's give us 5 more minutes. So,
okay.
Where do you want to be in life? Because I think that's fair.
Yeah.
For what we do as far as motivation, I think that is a fair question to ask because some people don't want to be the top 1%. Some people don't want to be the MJ. Right. They just good with just being the guy
players.
On the bench.
They're good role players.
And let me tell y'all this. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay?
Because it makes you happy.
Think about it from a spiritual standpoint. All right, I believe Jesus died for my sins. Boom, I believe it. He came, he lived, he did these amazing things. He died 3 days later. He rose again. I'm going to heaven. I believe it. I'm saved. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You go watch my website right now. Salvation video. I talk about it all the time. That's it. That is salvation. You got your golden ticket to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, the Bible could just be one page. Then what about all the other things? Because this is the opportunity, and to apply this whether you believe or not. Insert different words here for yourself. God's giving you an opportunity. Your boss, whomever, is giving you an opportunity to be a little bit better, to have a better relationship with God. Because now we're talking about spiritual gifts. Now we're talking about tithing. All these different facets that come with Christianity, right? Not a religion. Mm-hmm. I'm always on there. Right. I'm getting my soapbox. Right. It's a relationship. Anyway, right. So if you want to know the difference of those, go back to my 80 more, I don't know, episode. So it is, I know I get sidetracked, but okay. So
all right.
It's God is like, hey, Jay, you say that's great. Amazing. Angels are like, woo, your name's in the book of heaven. You great. But now you have an opportunity to go deeper. Okay. Now you can call this ambition. You can call this, I just want more for myself, for my kid. You can call this, I don't want to be
drive.
I don't want to be ain't worth nothing like my family's history is.
Right.
All the Smiths in the family were trash. I want to be the best Smith ever. I'm gonna be the first person to do this. You know, we talked about your end goal, right? Okay, so guys, like you can, hey, we can do this. We can really like make this life on earth. I know heaven, it's gonna be lit, gold. It's gonna be, you're gonna have super whatever, right? But on earth, God gives you the opportunity to make this beautiful, to make every day like not perfect. Not every day can be rainbows.
Right.
But you will have a better understanding of life, and to know that, hey, I'm good with a Honda Civic. I got a Corvette, but someday I want to drive a Honda Civic. I know what's important to me, right? So now we're applying this to I guess the world, or the regular side. I always gotta do both because not everybody might believe. But okay, I guarantee you're giving opportunities at work. You can opportunity with your marriage, with relationships. Me and Cherokee, opportunities to be great. We talked about this early on when we first met. We clicked instantly because we were kind of just feeling each other right. You know, oh Jason, oh boom, and we were just firing, right? Because yeah, we could have been cool. Yeah, we could have just did the podcast or whatever. It would have been amazing. But now we had an opportunity to, hey, keep up with each other, check in with each other, pour into each other, whatever else, right?
Yeah.
Every situation that you have an opportunity for growth, and you hear it. Again, you the CEO comes by the job. Oh, hey man, I hear you sold extra 6 this month. You know there's a slot for you about whatever. That's cool,
right?
Because there's always an opportunity for growth. But at some point, you gotta get up a little bit early. To even in recruiting, when I was recruiting, y'all heard about that a couple episodes ago. I gotta get there a little bit earlier to get the early leads for people calling and trying to join. If I went there early, now I'm struggling like everybody else, right? Whatever that looks like for you. And as I've heard this before, I can imagine that your brain is kind of going. It's firing up. Oh no, I could do this. I could treat my husband right, my child better. I was kind of mean then, and there's nothing. You just fine tuning that machine you call your brain and your body and your life. Just fine tuning it. That's all it is. Your best, your ETs, your Cherokees, whatever, right? They're living. They've done it. They're still doing it. Okay, and it's a life thing, y'all. Think about, it's all these. It's just it's a repetitive of the same information. It's like, okay, cool. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon like Nipsey. It's not this, it's that. It's always just something. Find your thing, write on the mirror, whatever it takes. Find your thing and just stick to one thing.
Stick to it. Commit to it. Commit to it.
I'm done.
That's it. That's it. Drop the mic.
I'm done, man. Yeah, you got anything else for the people out there?
That's a drop the mic moment. I would just say, like I said, guys, find something that you're passionate about, you love, and then find a way to monetize it. Use the situations like if you're quarantined, if you get quarantined, use the situation as a positive rather than the negative, because you can't do anything about the quarantine.
Absolutely.
You can't do anything about it, but you can do something about what you learn. Like Jay said earlier, pick up a book, study something. I would be very, very committed to teaching you to start a business, start a company, start something that you could feel good about, not because of money, but because of what you are passionate about, and monetize it.
Boom.
It'll work.
Think about, last thing, think about how many people like on TikTok or like on Twitter, they legit. I saw this guy on TikTok the other day. He getting money. You ever been on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the little presents and the little hats and the money thing that people be getting. Dudes just playing with Pokemon cards. I ain't never seen somebody No, I got one better. There's this guy that was he had the finger skateboards. He had a little plastic ramp. And you saw in the background, he had been in these little fingers. I don't even know what you call it. These finger skateboard tournaments. He got trophies. He was just so passionate about it. He was switching fingers. He's like, yeah, man, I don't want to get arthritis. He had these little rubber things on him so his joints wouldn't get like cold. Like it was. If that guy could be that passionate about a toy skateboard, oh my God. You could do anything, person listening. And he was getting money from it. Listen.
Yeah.
No lady had on her, she said, mind your own purpose, mind your own business, mind your own garden. It's again, whatever fits into your piece, your Lego piece, whatever makes your what's the game Tetris look however you gonna finish the game, however it fits.
That's right.
You know,
that's
so
right.
We can be hard night,
my
man.
Thing.
Let me just again give you a flowers. I'm gonna make a flower sandwich from boy Cherokee. Thank you so much for bringing in the new year with me. When I thought about making a New Year's episode, I couldn't think of anybody else that I would want on here. You motivate me every time I see you, and again, like I said before, because not just because you're speaking it, because you're doing it. I try to surround myself. I know you do the same with people that just think a little bit differently. Yeah, it's not like we're trying to be better than anybody, but once you start thinking differently, your space will start to change a little bit. And again, you're not gonna want to eat that Snickers. I might just get the apple because I like the way my hips look right now. Whatever, you know. And so
you like feeling your abs a little bit.
Boom.
More
and I'm just so proud of everything that you're doing, that you're putting out. And I appreciate you, man.
Hey man, I love you. Right back at you. You know you got a cheerleader over here waiting for Virginia, baby.
Yes,
anything you put out, I'm on it.
Same here.
And keep on doing what you're doing, bro, because we need the young brothers like you. You got the torch. You have the torch. And I'm going to always be your cheerleader, man.
Yes, sir. So, and for the people that's listening, I'm not doing no editing on this for real. I'm just going to put this out because it's coming out tomorrow. So you're getting the first raw, unedited podcast of the year on the first. This has been another edition of the No Tact Talk podcast. This is always a reminder to live life on purpose. Always live a little no tact in your life and have a happy 2022. Peace.
Happy New Year, everybody. Peace.